As you probably know, our topic is bycatch reduction. Everybody here is very familiar, I would assume, with the fact that fisheries around the world, many fisheries around the world, face challenges with bycatch and the need to reduce bycatch. Also, we have fisheries that are often dependent on very old technologies, sometimes archaic technologies, so there's a lot of room for improvement, but also, again, as everyone probably is well aware, getting uptake of new technology and new ideas can be very challenging, but it's essential, and it's one of the things I hope that there's lots of discussion about here at the conference, because we need folks working together and working very closely with fishermen to get the uptake that's needed to make the changes. So we've got 3 case studies today that are going to be the basis of our conversation. And we're going to start off with Javier from SatLink.
It's been a while since I've been here. Okay. So, well, thanks a lot, everyone, for joining and not going to take a Spanish siesta. So, thank you so much for attending this speech after lunch. The main objective of this conference is to explain a little bit the work that SatLink is doing with DSF, fat buoys. We call them devices for sustainable fishing, and how we are developing this technology in order to be more efficient and catching the target species that we are going for. The SatLink introduction, I think we have seen it many times, but well, in this case, we have the different offices, and in the case of DSF, we are having different warehouses worldwide in order to be close to the industry and being able to deliver the goods that they need on time. Purseine fishing, they have tight calls to port, so we need to make sure that no matter where they call port, they have all the equipment ready to be delivered to them. In this case, I'm going to present the buoy that we have with double frequency. Okay, this buoy has been developed in order to help the purseiners to differentiate and identify what are the best fats where they should be able to go and catch. Okay, the main idea is to focus on in the case they are targeting a skipjack, to go for a skipjack and try to avoid yellowfin and big eye. As always, and we always say, this is a small technology. We have a buoy right next in the booth, and we see that we are looking to very small devices, low cost in some cases, and we try to make magic with these devices to make sure we can provide the most accurate information with this. Even the big purseiners, they have $500,000 sonars, $500,000 sonars, and they are not even able to identify the different species underneath the fat. And all the providers, all the buoys providers, we try to make magic with these devices and working with algorithms, machine learning to make sure that we give the most accurate. The objective with this is obviously for the purseiners to be as effective as possible when they are in the fishing ground. And there was some talks in the previous presentations where they were saying, well, how can we reduce the fuel, the consumption, the pollution? And this is one of the ways in order to go straight to fishing and avoid all that searching time that it was presented previously. With our technology, the idea is that the vessels go straight to those fats where they have the data, avoiding those ones that do not have the species that they are aimed to target. For these buoys, we are using a double frequency, 38 kilohertz and 200 kilohertz. One of the frequencies is to target a skipjack, and is the most accurate buoy in order to look for this species. And then we're using another frequency in order to identify the swim bladder of the yellowfin and the big eye in order to differentiate which species we are talking about. With this buoy, what we are able to provide is an estimation of on the combination from the different species. Okay, saying we have identified, for example, 50 tons of tuna, and we are telling you that in that 50 tons we have X amount of yellowfin, X amount of big eye, and X amount of skipjack. So the fisherman can make a decision whether they want to go to one fat or they want to go to the other. They always have this information available daily, so they can make the decisions at the time that they need, because this is not something that you arrive and you have to see. It's something you need to prepare in advance and make sure that you are making the wise decisions when you go fishing. Currently, we have, with these buoys, over 80% of accuracy. We have to take into account that this is not exact science, as I was mentioning. You have to take into account different variables, environmental variables, that can be the temperature, the current, so all these different variables affects estimation. So you need to look into the data, understand what are the conditions where you are fishing, and then target those buoys or those fats that you are aiming to go to. As mentioned, in order to look for the different variables, we provide also oceanographic information that this is used also by the fishermen in order to help them make a wise decision, and also helping them with this information to avoid fat fishing or the fats to beach near the Pacific Islands, for example, or in other locations, reducing the impact on the coastal states. In here we have a video. Short video, if it goes. Where we are showing the different information. And as mentioned, we look for the buoys that really matter and where fish can be found. And here we have an example on how we identify the different species for the fishermen to continue with their operations. And one of the most important things that we also wanted to present is the project we have launched this year that is called a Recon project, where we are focusing to give the local communities more capacities and in order to fish for the local fishermen. We have been seeing during these days how small-scale fisheries are important, and one of our objectives is to give them more tools also for fishing. Because of this, we are working with different purchasing companies globally, as well as with organizations such as SPC, the Nature Conservancy, and others, in order to give a second life to these buoys that the customers don't need anymore or they are not tracking any longer. So when the buoys are reaching shore, they are collected by different organizations, and these buoys are being donated to small-scale fisheries, okay, in order for them to be deployed in anchor fats or in different arts, in order for them to fish also more efficiently and avoid them to go at sea without knowing if they are going to be able to catch any fish during that day. So we want also to give them that part, as sometimes we are not thinking, we think about the global picture on how the large-scale purchasers are fishing and so on, but they also think that once they don't want that fishing equipment, they can deliver to the local communities for them also to continue operations. We are, as mentioned, talking with different companies. We continue looking for all the purchasing companies globally to join us because we believe in this project, and they are not here today, but this is my speech is for all those local communities to reach out because we will be more than happy to collaborate, to be able to provide this technology to them and to be used. We know in Indonesia there are a lot of anchor fats. In the area there are a lot of anchor fats where we could deploy this technology without cost, initial investment, and that will help a lot the local fishermen to spot the right places for to catch the tuna. So that will be it. So we will be happy, as said, if the local communities could come and also share their ideas, and we will be more than happy to collaborate. So thank you so much, and see everyone awake, so it's a success.